Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for visiting. Please support my channel by subscribing. It will be helpful to set the notification bell to all for you to be notified of my new uploads. Let's get started. I want to take an in-depth look at the fascinating history of Jiu-jitsu, also known as Brazilian Jiu-jitsu, and how it has evolved over the decades. Jiu-jitsu is a martial art and combat sport with a long history that spans centuries and continents. During 710 to 794 AD in Japan, a form of grappling known as Yawara, or Kogusoku, was developed by the samurai warriors, who developed the art as a means of defending themselves in hand-to-hand combat. From 1603 to 1868, during the Edo period in Japan, the samurai developed a more refined form of jiu-jitsu known as Jujutsu. This form of jiu-jitsu focused on grappling and throwing techniques, as well as joint locks and pressure points. During the late 19th century, jiu-jitsu was introduced to Brazil by Mitsuyo Maeda, a Japanese martial artist who traveled to the country to demonstrate his skills. In 1914, Carlos Gracie was born in Brazil. He would later become one of the most important figures in the history of Brazilian Jiu-jitsu. In 1925, Carlos Gracie began training in Jiu-jitsu under Mitsuyo Maeda. In the 1930s, Carlos and his brothers, including Helio Gracie, refined the art and developed a system of techniques and strategies that focused on leverage and technique over brute strength. During the 1940s to 1950s, the Gracie family began competing in various martial arts competitions, often against much larger opponents. Their success in these competitions helped to popularize Brazilian Jiu-jitsu around the world. In the 1960s and 1970s, Brazilian Jiu-jitsu continued to gain popularity in Brazil and around the world, with many new schools and styles developing. In 1993, the Ultimate Fighting Championship, UFC, a mixed martial arts competition, was founded in the United States. Brazilian Jiu-jitsu became one of the most dominant martial arts in the UFC, with many of the top fighters being practitioners of the art. During the 2000s to 2010s, Brazilian Jiu-jitsu continued to grow in popularity, with many new schools and tournaments being established around the world. Today, Jiu-jitsu is practiced by millions of people around the world, both as a martial art and as a competitive sport. Its history is a rich and fascinating one that spans centuries and continents, and its legacy continues to inspire and influence martial artists and self-defense enthusiasts today. If you found this insightful and learned something new, please hit like, leave a comment, and share this video. This really helps the channel grow. Thank you. Now get your roll on.